Hi, welcome. Today I want to discuss one particular gulp task that you can run. So if you run gulp -t, you get a list of all the gulp tasks that you can run. And the one I'm interested in today is this one, extract-scss-files. So when we run this gulp task, what will happen is it will download all the SASS CSS style sheets from the server to disk and extract them into the www folder. So if we have a quick look in this www folder, it contains a directory called partials, which contains all the SASS files that you can also find in your web browser. So if we go to sources, to primo-explore-lib, you will see a partials directory which has the exact same files as we saw on disk. So here's variables, and here's variables on disk. So if you have a look into it, you will see that it contains the same information. So I was wondering, what can you do with this besides looking at it? So we can use these SASS files to have to do live edits on our environment. It's probably not the way it was intended by Ex Libris, because if you go to your root development environment, you will see a file called colors.json, which contains some color variables that get replaced in here before it gets recompiled by another gulp task. So instead of using the colors.json, we will do some live re-editing of the variables SCSS file, which is a generated file, but we will live edit them in the web browser and have the browser update the page. So in order to do that, we will start up, we will run our view. My view name is K11, and what you will see here is it will compile some stuff, and it will, like the CSS for example, and this is what we will use to do the live re-editing. So what we will do is we will run a watcher on the www files and have them recompiled every time we change something in Chrome. And how do we do this? In Chrome there is some neat functionality nowadays that you can attach a folder which is sitting on your disk to a folder which it downloaded or found in one of the mapping files downloaded from the website. So what we can do is we can right click on this partials directory, and we will say we'll add a folder to this workspace. So in the www styles directory there is also this partials directory which will attach to this directory in your on your website. So what we will say is we'll allow this to happen, and then we can minimize this stuff. What will happen is it will open up it will attach a new file called partials, and now everything we edit in these files will be saved to disk. So for example, if I would change the primary color, for example, where is the primary color? Okay, there it is. So if you would change it into some reddish value and save it, so CE0E25, and then have a look at it on hard disk, the variables file, primary, you will see that it has been changed. So every time I change something in here, 0e22, and re-update this file, you will see that it is changed. So that's nice, but every time I save something in here, nothing is changing on my screen. So how do we do this? We will use the same features that the primo-explorer development environment uses. So what you can do from our development environment root is we can go into the node modules. In the bin directory there is a node SASS file which we can ask to watch a certain directory to create a source map, to store the contents in the source map, and to write everything it generates into primo-explore custom KU11. That's my view CSS directory. And what do you want it to watch? We want it to watch the main SASS CSS file. So, and that one is located in styles main SCSS. So it's watching that file now. So when I change the color and do some lovely green and save it, what will happen is this one will detect that something is changed and will write a main CSS file into our CSS directory. So when we restart our development environment, it will notice this, and you'll see that the color has changed. So from now on, every time we change the color, it will automatically be detected by your development environment and update your view. So we can change the color. We can, for example, change the font into something called Monaco, for example. Save it, and you will see that the font just updated. So that's about it, what I wanted to show you. Thank you.